Welcome to part 2 tutorial sponge cake. What I've done the first part of preparing it and getting it all ready. So here's part 2. It took 20 minutes actually in the oven. I thought it would take a little bit longer, but it took 20 minutes. And that was on electric 180 Celsius, and this is how it's come out. That's the perfect colour that I like my cake. I did test it with my trusty needle, but you can use a skewer or whatever. When it comes out clear, it's cooked. So it's still quite warm. Normally at this point I take it out and I put it onto a wire rack. Today I'm going to do it a little bit different. So for the top I'm going to do raspberry jam. This jam's from Lidl and I get this and strawberry, and can I just say this jam is the best that I've had. So I'm going to put a nice thick layer of jam on the top, and then I'm just going to sprinkle coconut on. Let's see, I have done this so many times before, but like I say, I normally take it out of the tin, but I'm just going to leave it in this time and see what happens. I like to play around and do things differently from time to time. So yeah, so what I'm going to do is the reason why I've left it in the tin as well is so I can just let it go to the edges, and then obviously once it's set I can just get it out, and it'll not be drizzling down because it's still warm. Sometimes with the cake still being warm, it warms the jam and it goes runny. You can let the cake go completely cold, which again I do that quite a lot, but I'm just doing it a different way today just to see what happens. But I nearly always just let the cake go so cold. This is just barely warm, it's hardly warm at all, but I thought just that little bit of heat might help the jam just spread a little bit. As you can see, I'm putting a generous amount on and just making sure that I get to all the edges and corners, just so that the coconut sticks to it nice and evenly. Right, I am hoping and praying I've got enough coconut here, because I need to stock up on it. So let's give it a try. Again, a nice, for us, a nice generous layer. You put on how much you would like. Everyone likes things different, don't they? And prefers it a different way. I have washed my hands, by the way. Right, so with a clean spoon I'm just gonna spread this out a little bit, not too much, just very lightly. So there we go. I'm just going to wash my hands. Right, so there we go. That's just plain sponge, as I showed you in the first video, with a nice thick layer of raspberry jam from Lidl's and coconut spread on the top. So I'm now going to just cover this lightly with foil, leave on the side to go completely cold. Then I will take it out of the parchment paper and pop it into a cake tin or whatever. So thanks for watching. first tutorials out the way, more to come, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you try this, I'd love anybody to try any of my recipes that I put on here. Or it's not necessarily my recipe, but it's my my video of doing it. So if you try anything that I make, please let me know. If you try this, let me know your thoughts again. Doesn't matter good or bad. You know, it's all, as long as it's constructive criticism, and yeah, I you know, you can't do perfect for everyone, but there again, feedback is good. So as long as it's not nasty or anything, I take it on board. So if you do this, let me know. If not, when I cut it up later, I'll do I'll let you know what it's like. So I'll speak to you later, and have a good day. Thanks for watching. Take care.